recorded in Studio 158 in beautiful Huntington, Massachusetts. This is Gateway News Network.
Hello, and welcome to Gateway News Network. My name is Casey Peace, Editor-in-Chief of GNN. Today we have a longer and extra special broadcast. First, we have Adam with a story on meat grown in lab. Then myself with a story on our beautiful fall foliage and the end of the government shutdown. And then Kirsten with a story on the Keystone Arches field trip and the importance of exercise. And finally, we end our broadcast with an interview of choir director Miss Beauregard. Thank you, and please enjoy.
On Tuesday, October 8th, the 8th grade class of Gateway Regional School District went on a field trip to the historic Arches. The Arches are located in Chester, Massachusetts. David Pierce, president of the Friends of the Keystone Arches and the Chester Foundation, said, "I was happy to have the opportunity to introduce Gateway students to this amazing history in their own backyard." He then said that the Gateway students were very attentive and posed well-thought questions during the visit. So, on this trip, students learned about the development and growth in the town of Chester, from formation up to 1860. Chester is one of 7 hill towns serviced by the Gateway School District. They also learned the industries and businesses that were a part of the Gateway Hilltown economy. On a science and technology note, students learned about different bridge designs and the different factors engineers had to look at to make the bridges. This led to the students designing and building their own bridges and seeing which design could hold the most weight. Exercise is crucial to healthy living. If you don't engage in physical activity, then your body won't function as efficiently as it should. Some of you may wonder what exactly exercise can do for you. It is found that exercise can help prevent disease, improve stamina, and strengthen and tone your muscles, bones, and ligaments. It also enhances flexibility, controls weight, and even improves the quality of life for multiple reasons. Exercise can reduce stress, lift your moods or emotions, help you get better sleep, and keep you looking and feeling younger. If you're a beginner, here are some tips on how to start. Don't start when exercising. It's only ineffective and this can cause injuries. It's also important that you don't push yourself when first starting. Beginners should start off with exercising only 3 days per week, and don't forget to stretch. Before and after exercise, you should do 5 to 10 stretches for 10 to 30 seconds that pinpoint the major muscle groups. Though only 3 days per week may not sound like much, it'll have a real effect in the long run that you'll love.
Here's a nice, tasty story. Around August 5th, 3 lucky people got to eat the world's first lab-grown burger. One of them was the creator, scientist Mark Post. The other 2 are Josh Scheinwald, an American author, and Hammy Rutzler, an Australian nutritional scientist. The burger cost around $330,000. Both Josh and Hanai said the burger almost tasted like a real one. Richard McGowan, the lucky chef who got to cook the science marvel, has worked with people like the famous chef Gordon Ramsay. What do you think the next thing humans will create in the lab is? Send your comments to gnn@students.grsd.org. Now, to Casey with a story on fall foliage.
Fall is here, and leaves are changing colors and falling off the trees. The summer crops are being harvested, pumpkin pies are being baked, and cider is being pressed. We are lucky to live in a unique part of the world where fall time brings beautiful sights and smells. People come from all over the world to New England to see our fall foliage. Take a look at some of the beautiful pictures that have been taken this fall. Can you believe it's already October? Halloween is right around the corner and will be on Thursday this year. Finally, Congress, the Senate, and President Obama have come up with a deal on the eve of a debt ceiling default that could have severely hurt the global economy. House Speaker Republican John Boehner admitted that the Republicans fought the good fight, but in the end it was clear they had lost the battle. The deal is temporary and will allow 1 million government workers to return to work, and the federal government can continue paying its bills. The country will now be able to pay its bills through January 15th, and the debt ceiling has been extended through through February 7th, where it's expected that Republicans and Democrats will be at it again. Now we have a special interview with Mrs. Beauregard, Director of Choir.
Hello, my name is Kirsten Seinitzer, and I'm here to interview Mrs. Beauregard today about show choir, chorus, and Spanish. Let's start off with the first question. How did you become involved in choir?
Good morning. I became involved in choir when I was a young person. I played the piano for the choir in my high school and got very involved in the music program. When I went to college, I participated in chorus, and eventually I got a graduate degree in choral conducting. And then I came to Gateway in 2000 as your choir teacher.
What are some awards you've won in the past?
The choir has won a variety of different kinds of awards. We've gone to competitions at Music in the Parks. We've gone to Six Flags music competitions. We have participated in the concert choir micro competition, which is here in Massachusetts. We've gone to states as varied as Florida, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and of course here in Massachusetts.
What's your favorite part about teaching show choir and chorus?
My favorite part is always the performances. I get to see the results of my students' hard work, and I get to see the reactions that their parents and their peers have to their presentations. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. How is this year's class coming along?
This year's class is working very hard. They're an amazing group of young people. We've made a lot of progress. They are working hard on 3-part harmony, and the sounds that they're producing are just amazing already.
What exactly is 3-part harmony?
3-part harmony is when we have 3 different pitches that come together. We have soprano 1, soprano 2, alto, and they come together. We have a melody and the harmony that accompanies it, and the sounds that they produce are beautiful.
What does the schedule look like for your class this year?
Do you mean the travel schedule that we have, or do you mean the performance schedule?
The performance schedule.
The performance schedule that we have, the first one is in December. It's for the Senior Citizens Concert, which is the first Wednesday in December. That's during the day, and they invite senior citizens from the hill towns to come and have a brunch in the cafeteria, and then they get to listen to all the performing groups we have here at Gateway. Then our holiday concert is December 16th. To support those programs, we do some fundraising, and we have our big fundraiser called the Penny Social on November 22nd. It'll be starting at 5 p.m. and everybody is invited to come. We have lots of good prizes to give away, and it does support a good cause. It helps us with purchasing music and keeping the wardrobe maintained, and helps support the field trips that my students take. Our annual cabaret will be April 3rd, and our spring concert will be May 8th. And somewhere in there, we're going to take a trip to New York City to see a Broadway musical. We have been invited to a show choir competition on March 22nd. It is just outside of Boston. It's what we call the Show Choir Regionals. And we haven't done that competition before, and everybody's looking forward to that one with a lot of excitement.
Sounds like this year will be very exciting. Let's move on to your Spanish class. Have you ever lived in a Spanish-speaking country?
Yes, I lived in Spain. I was a student in college, and because I was a double major with music and Spanish, we were required to live overseas in order to get fluency in Spanish. I lived in Madrid. I lived there for about 6 months.
Did you ever have a job where you used Spanish on a daily basis besides teaching here at Gateway?
Yes, I worked in industry where I was a translator. I worked for a company in the marketing department where I was a translator for people who came here to learn how to maintain and repair jet engines. That was my first job. And after that, I worked for a consumer products company where I worked in the logistics department, and my job was to translate documents and make sure people, goods, and services got from the United States to Mexico and back.
Have you planned any field trips for this semester?
For my Spanish class, we are planning on taking a field trip to Boston, and we are going to see flamenco dancing and something called Latin American Rhythms, where we're going to see Latin American folk music performed. It will be November 18th, and it will be at the Berkeley Performing Arts Center on Mass Ave in Boston.
Sounds exciting. All right, that concludes our interview. Thank you for coming and visiting us and doing an interview.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for watching this week's broadcast, and tune in for next time.